Hi everyone, welcome to Lift Big. My name is Ashim. Before I even begin talking about organizing your training around your work or college life, I want to state that I'm not here to give you a motivation speech or to tell you how to balance your life or how to live your life. No, that's not what I'm doing over here. I don't want to, and I am no one to tell you how to live your life. I'm assuming that you want to train hard and you're interested in getting strong, and what I'm going to talk about is just balancing a training template or organizing your training uh, in with respect to whether or not you're going to be having a work life or a college life. So it's about organizing your training around your life right now. I'll start with college. If you're in college right now and you want to do your strength training, I would advise you to keep an 8 or 9 day rotation, not to keep anything set in stone, which means that you can't have deadlifts every single Monday or bench every single Tuesday. Don't keep it set in stone. Every single semester, you're going to be choosing a bunch of different courses. Each course will have its own professor. Each professor is going to have their own way of grading you, and you're going to have tests off and on, or papers, or whatever. You're going to have a bunch of different things that you have to do, and that stuff is not going to be set in stone. So if you try to keep this set in stone, you're going to mess yourself up. Keep it variable. Have an 8 or 9 day rotation. If it just so happens that you have a lot of coursework to do, you might have to extend that to say 10 days, and that's okay. You're allowing for that flexibility, and I want you to do that. So keep your training flexible if you're in college, because it's the best way to roll with the punches. And at the same time, don't go overboard. I'm not saying that you should deadlift once in 3 weeks, or if assuming that deadlifts are important to you and you want to get strong on deadlifts doing deadlifts. So assuming that, no, I'm not talking about the other end of the spectrum, the extreme end. No, I'm just saying keep a 8 or 9 day rotation, so that way you're able to balance everything and stay on top of everything. Now let's say that you're working. If you have a corporate job, a 5 day work week, then you know Monday to Friday I'm going to be working a lot, and then I might or might not have time during those 5 days to train. So have a fixed schedule, because that makes sense for you. You know that, okay, every Saturday I'm going to be free, or every Sunday I'm going to be free, and you can get your heavy stuff done at that time. Whatever exercise you want to focus on will be done at that time. So keep a fixed schedule. Keep a 7 day rotation. Keep every Monday is going to be this or whatever. And within that you can have a little bit of flexibility, in the sense that if, let's say, you have a lot of meetings or you have to do stuff overtime, I don't know. If you're working in finance, if you're working in investment banking, you're going to have very long hours. If it just so happens to be that you also like to train, you'll have to account for that. So keep it flexible during the work week, but then keep a fixed date or day on the weekends, assuming that you have a 5 day work week or 6 day or whatever. Now, if you're one of those people that happens to work for himself or has variable hours in terms of work life, if you're running your own business, then you're going to be working 24 hours a day. But if everything is up in the air, where you might have meetings the next day, or you might have certain deals that you got to close at certain times of the week or whatever, you have this stuff that is not always set in stone, and it gets decided a few days prior to these big meetings. In that case, don't have a fixed schedule. Keep it variable, just like in college. Now, regardless of whatever it is that you're doing, this is a very general rule that I'm going to give you. It's a guideline. It's not a rule. Get all of your heavy stuff, the stuff that's most important to you, get that done as early in the week as possible. And I say week, irrespective of whether we're doing a 1 week rotation or an 8 or 9 day rotation. Get all the heavy stuff, the most important stuff that's important to you. Get that stuff done right in the beginning. Make sure all your heavy stuff, all your heavy lifting, your intensity, everything is done first, and then later on you can throw in all of your volume stuff or whatever it is that you want to do towards the end of that. Not towards the end, but later on. So have this sort of a layout where the most important stuff is done in the beginning and then everything else is done later on. That's all, guys. That's all for now. If you got any more questions, please ask me. Please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks, guys.